Today, I'm going to turn this small AI computer into a personal gym trainer. It will watch my body, detect my movement, and count my squats automatically. No smartwatch, no phone, just pure computer vision. But here's the interesting part. I will test three different AI methods. Method 1, a simple bounding box trick. Method 2, a body skeleton system. Method 3, a high performance BPU powered AI model. And the results are honestly surprising. So without any further delay, let's get started. The brain of this project is the RDK X5 AI development board from D Robotics. This board is designed for real-time AI applications. It has CPU, GPU, and a powerful BPU brain processing unit for AI acceleration. To make this possible, we will be using a MIPI camera to capture everything in real time because it gives us lower latency and much better performance compared to a USB camera. The AI will detect a person, track body movement, and count how many squats we do. We will also use an LED so the system can give feedback during exercise. LED is optional, it's just to show you can also control hardware. LED is connected to the GPIO 37. But before jumping to the advanced AI method, let's start with the simplest idea possible. Our first method uses YOLO object detection. YOLO stands for You Only Look Once. It is one of the most popular real-time object detection models. This model detects objects like person, car, chair, phone, and many others. In our case, we only care about one object, the person. When YOLO detects a person, it draws a bounding box around the body. From this box, we can get the top coordinate of the head. And here is the simple idea. When a person stands up, the head is higher. When a person squats down, the head moves lower. So we can measure this vertical movement. If the head drops more than a certain number of pixels, we say the person is in the squat position. When the person stands back up, we count one repetition, and that's it, a very simple logic. The system loads the YOLO V5 model, then the camera captures frames. Each frame is sent to the AI model. The model detects a person and returns the bounding box. From the bounding box, we track the top point of the head. Then we calculate the displacement. If the head moves down enough, state becomes down. If the head moves back up, we count one squat. We also turn on the LED when the person goes down. This gives real-time feedback during exercise. This method is very beginner friendly. It is easy to understand. It only requires object detection, no complicated math. So beginners learning computer vision can build this quickly. But there are also problems. The system only tracks the head position. So if the person bends forward, moves sideways, or the camera angle changes, the squat detection becomes inaccurate. This system detects 33 body landmarks. For example, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, wrists, and many more. This means we can track actual body joints. So instead of guessing the squat using head movement, we can calculate the knee angle. When a person stands up, the knee angle is close to 180 degrees. When the person squats, the knee angle becomes smaller, usually around 90 to 100 degrees. So we track 3 points: hip, knee, ankle. Then we calculate the angle at the knee joint. If the angle goes below a threshold, we say the person is squatting. When the angle goes back above another threshold, we count one rep. The program captures the image from the camera, then media pipe detects the body landmarks. We extract the coordinates of hip, knee, ankle, then we calculate the joint angle using trigonometry. If the angle drops below the squat angle, we mark the down state. When the angle increases again, we count the squat. We also turn an LED on when squatting and turn it off when standing. This method is much more accurate because it tracks real body joints. It works even if the person bends forward, the head moves, the body shifts slightly, It is also great for beginners learning pose estimation. However, MediaPipe runs mostly on the CPU, which means it can become slow on embedded systems, especially when processing every video frame, so the FPS may drop. This is why professional systems use hardware AI accelerators, and that brings us to the final method. Now we move to the most powerful solution. Instead of running AI on the CPU, we use the BPU of the RDK X5. BPU stands for Brain Processing Unit. It is designed specifically for deep learning workloads. This means the AI model can run much faster and more efficiently. In this setup, we run a body detection and key point model optimized for the BPU. The model detects body, face, hands, and full skeleton key points. And the best part is, the skeleton detection runs directly on the AI accelerator. We track the hip, knee, and ankle joints, calculate the squat angle, and count repetitions in real time. This method is fast, stable, and accurate. All the project files are ready to download from my Patreon page. You just download the project and you are basically good to go. Along with the code, I also included a step-by-step guide document. Inside that document, I explain every single step, from creating the project directory to copying the files to running the system. Everything is explained clearly so you don't get stuck. And trust me, this document will make your life much easier, because once you understand this workflow, you can use the same steps to build many other amazing AI projects. Let's quickly compare all the three methods. Method 1, bounding box. Very simple, beginner friendly, but not very accurate. Method 2, media pipe skeleton. More accurate, better movement understanding, but slower on embedded hardware. Method 3, BPU AI model. Very fast, very accurate, hardware accelerated. This is the professional solution. With this system, like the RDK X5, we can build amazing AI fitness tools. So that's all for now. Support me on Patreon for more videos. I hope you liked today's episode. Like and share this video with your friends. See you in the next episode, and thanks for watching.